Hello, my wayward souls and entertainers. Welcome to What If Deku was in Sword Art Online. Damn. I am the Reaper, and I will give you all this tale of woe. Now, I would love to hear, who do you think should be Asuna in this story? I already know who, is gonna be Clan and such. Yue will also still be around. We can't exclude Yue. It's a rule. It's not happening. She will remain. Now, another thing. Shoot, what was the other thing? Wait, did I say who Asuna should be? Yeah, I'm thinking of Asuna either being Kendo or Yayorozu. Or, as everyone else knows her, Momo. I would also love to hear all of your ideas, but I've talked long enough. Let's get into the story. Izuku Midoriya lived with his sort of aunt, since neither his mother or father had any any relatives whatsoever. Well, no, not any living relatives or siblings. He had now lived with her best friend, Mitsuki Bakugo. His parents sadly died in a car crash. Out of love with his mother, Izuku went into computers and games. He was fascinated with them, especially since he was quirkless. There was not much else he could do. Bakugo was bullying Midoriya until Inko and Hisashi's passing. Then Bakugo sort of adopted his new brotherly role towards Izuku. Now, instead of being the attacker, he would attack anyone who dared to even think to harm Izuku. We start off on the day of SAO's full release. Bakugo slammed on Izuku's door. "Hey, nerd. I'm going out to go get something to eat. You want anything?" No response. "You want that damn video game?" "I don't know what you see in it." "Whatever." Bakugo walked off, slightly annoyed to the obsession the nerd had possessed. Mitsuki was out at work, and so was Bakugo's father. By the way, type in, or say what his name is, because was he given a name? Because I don't think I ever heard it. Everyone knows Mitsuki, but no one knows the father. Confusion. Anyway, Izuku looked out his window as his new stepbrother of sorts walked out, leaving the house. Izuku turned on his laptop or computer and watched a news report. By the way, if you hear droplets and stuff outside, it's because it's raining hard outside. Heavy rainfall. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I got tacos. The tacos make me burp. Anyway, back to the story. News were covering the new release of the famous game Sword Art Online, a new MMORPG game, being the first one introduced to the new VR headset, the Nerve Gear. While the news covered this, Izuku was reading a manual. He seen mainly about the creator and such. Well, it wasn't a manual. It was like a article? Yeah, I think it was. Sorry, my brain will work. It's late. It's 9:30. Sorry, my brain just doesn't work, period, most of the time. Human problems. Am I right? Anyway, Izuku sat onto his bed, laying down, and put the headset on. Ever since his parents died, his hero obsession faded. So now, instead of his room being covered in with All Might merch and figures, it was barely even covered. I guess something in Izuku died the day his parents did. Bakugo noticed this and... Why am I going into this? Am I trying to make y'all depressed? Probably. Anyway, I don't know why I said this, but whatever. The game started up. We're gonna just ignore the whole depressing part about Izuku losing his flame of heroism and such. Well, love of heroes. He still has his heroic nature. It's deku. Nothing keeps him from being a hero, even being a villain. We all know this. Anyway. Off we go. The game started up. Doing in all the login and password and such. As he entered the game, his tag came up. Should I do Kirito or Deku? Kirito or Deku? Now I'm actually stumped. I'm gonna do Deku, because we're all gonna call him Deku anyway. No one's calling him Kirito. Deku brought his hands up to his face and moved them around. He smiled to himself as he had entered the world he so adored and had grown knowledgeable of, as he was one of the 200 beta testers who got to see what this game was before its release. He headed off, likely to farm early, so he'd get ahead of everyone else who was too busy admiring everything. When he heard a voice of someone who definitely sounded confused, he looked around and saw one in basic armor and with long yellow hair, looked to be a lightning bolt in it. Hey man, you seem to know what you're doing around here. Mind help me out? Name's Denki. Izuku looked at him and thought about it for a second. Sighing, he agreed, taking Denki out, who was getting his ass completely kicked by a boar. Izuku sighed. You really don't know anything about this game, do you? Denki laughed, embarrassed, and rubbed the back of his head. Nah, not really. First time playing. Izuku sighed. It's all about patience in a way. Sorry if I'm not doing this right. I haven't watched Sword Art Online in a hot minute. I need to do that because I love Sword Art Online. Izuku took a stance, took a breath, and aimed straight at the boar. His sword started to glow as he rushed forward as fast as the lightning, an experience he could only feel in the game. In this game, it was like he had a quirk. He was stronger, faster, more resilient, and you could see when he was about to die. He hit the back of the boar's behind and sent it flying forward a little. Jumping back, he looked over at Denki. There. You just have to feel it, in a way. Denki somehow started to understand. That's the real plot armor that's gonna happen here. Denki understands something like that. I'm making jokes there, everybody. I actually love Denki. He is so cool and chill in the anime and in the manga. Like, I could definitely see myself being friends with Denki Kaminari. Who wouldn't? The man would be the legend of parties. Anyway, back to the story. Try and get even more sidetracked. Denki, charging up his attack, launched forward and slashed, taking down the boar, and gained some XP and coal in the process. He laughed. Man, that was amazing. Izuku sighed. Yeah. I don't know why I'm making him this way. I don't think this is no, this wasn't how Kirito was. I'm sorry you haven't seen the anime in a while. I'm gonna have to rewatch it and stuff. Pretty sure it's on Netflix. I'll do that after this. So I can get some things right, god damn it. Okay, now I gotta stop and think. My brain's going dead. They then sat and rested. Denki started to talk. MMORPG without magic. Bold move, but damn, this game is amazing. Beautiful, right? Suku didn't seem to give it much mind. And took a spot. Yeah, it's something. A small smile appeared on his face of satisfaction. He had loved this game because it gave him what he couldn't have in real life. It gave him power, the ability to be something more than human, the ability to have, well, to be like everyone else. Quirks didn't work in the game, obviously. There was no way to convert a quirk into virtual reality, so everyone else was just like him. There was no bug, there was no chance or possibility of anyone being powerless. That was unless they decided to be complete pacifists in the game. They know that would be the death sentence that would seal their fate here. Denki stood up. Well, actually, I don't know if I got a pizza and some soda coming. I also got a few guys who also play the game. Supposed to be coming over. Oh, see ya. Deku. Izuku stood up. Yeah. See ya, Denki. Izuku looked back out at the beautiful sight when he still heard Denki's voice, making him slightly curious, until he said something that slightly sent a shiver down his spine, almost like an impending dread that would soon sneak up on him. Hey, where's the login button? Izuku at first thought this was because Denki was slightly low on functioning brain cells, but decided to try and show him until he couldn't find the button. I mean, it was there, but it was blank, and it didn't work. He tried to use it himself, but it wasn't there. The button to leave was gone. His only way out was gone. Izuku was shocked and froze. When he quickly tried to call the creator of the game. to report this bug or something. Nothing. It wouldn't pick up. Then, in a brilliant flash of light, they were suddenly transported into the main cathedral of sorts. Everyone was confused when the roof started to bleed. At least that's what something looked like it was bleeding. As a giant sphere appeared and brought out the creator of the game, whose name I can't remember. He was the main sort of antagonist of the anime, and I literally can't remember his name. By the way, how do you all think All For One should be involved into this? Maybe All Might too? Wouldn't that be something? All Might and SAO. I was all like, who's this skinny looking dude? Where everyone's gonna see skeleton. Everyone's gonna see slightly dead Might. Go like, yo, who let the skeleton out of there? Bro, All Might would probably accidentally get hit in a dungeon because someone thought he was a skeleton. I'm saying now, that would be how All Might would die in SAO. Someone accidentally mistook him for a skeleton and decided to try to slice him down. And it was me like, oop, nope. That was All Might. Whoops. Shit. Anyway. The creator spoke. I know. You all must notice that the quit game button has vanished. I'd like you all to know this isn't a bug or a glitch. This is how the game was designed. So that. Okay. Yes. In this game, if you die, you will die in real life. There are no respawns or revives. Everyone was shocked. An item has been added to your inventory. This is a mirror. People open the... Hold on, I'm thinking. I need to think for a second. People open their inventories, took out the mirror, and suddenly, they looked like themselves. Their real selves. Deku's once black and long hair was now his green and messy hair, as he was now. He was shocked until he realized how this could have happened. All around the square, people were panicking, wanting to escape. However, some remained calm. A few of these was a reptilian-like person who was shaking. A blonde-headed girl who seemed intrigued. A black-haired boy with scars who seemed slightly annoyed. And a long, white-haired male who just slightly smiled at this now real life world. I guess you could say it became reality. You could feel, you could taste, you could see, you could hear, you could die. This only made the boy smile. As Tomura Shigaraki had now entered a world, not with heroes, not with villains, not with quirks, one where he could live and die. He could never be broken from a reality. as the creator continued to explain this death game. How if someone tried to take the headset off in real life, they would die. Their brains would be microwaved by the radiation inside the helmets. With this final send-off, the barrier dropped and everyone started running and panicking. Deku ran off now knowing what he had to do when he heard a voice. He looked back and saw Denki. His long hair now short, but roughly the same. He now also seemed different. Kirito wanted Denki to join him, but refused. He had friends he had to save. Well, friends he had to see. They were in this game. The ones who were going to come over. Deku understood and wished him luck. Denki was about to say something else when Izuku ran off. Sorry, my brain's going blank for a lot of this. Okay, now I remember the ending, which is what we're coming up to, everyone. Deku was running, leaving the town to go to the next one to get as many quests and level up as much as possible. A wolf enemy was about to attack him when Izuku charged up a sword and said, "I will survive this," doing one slash and taking down the wolf in a single hit. And that is where we will leave off this What If. I'm sorry it was rough. I haven't done this in a while. Was it like 3 years? Damn. But no, yeah, leave suggestions. Who do you want Asuna to be? Kendo, Momo, someone else. How should All For One play into this? Should Shigaraki be a good guy now? Who should be who? What should happen? I ask you, dear viewers. You will help, as I request your help throughout this journey. Leave suggestions. I would gladly love to take them. Now let us start this journey to the MHAxSAO world in part 2. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will see you all next time. Goodbye.